KCTK Radio proudly presents Amy's Appetite KC.
Welcome to Amy's Appetite KC, a weekly discussion about the latest in good food in the Kansas City area. Amy will guide you with new and old restaurants that you can enjoy, plus much more. You can join the experiment by calling us or texting us at 913-735-0060. We would love your participation. We broadcast every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. And as you know, you can listen to us as live stream on kctk.radio12345.com. But if it's easier, just use your Listen to My Radio app on your phone that you can get from the Apple Store or Google Play. And then just search for KCTK. But also, you can watch all the action on YouTube later on the KCTK radio channel. But that's not all. The program is also offered as a podcast on iTunes, Podbean, and anywhere you get your favorite podcast. But enough of that. Let's welcome the host of the program, Amy Keith. Hi, Amy.
Hello, Paul. How are you?
Wonderful. How are you?
I'm fat and happy.
Well, you're half right.
I had a big lunch today, and it's kind of sticking with me. So.
Well, you do, like we've mentioned many, many times, you do it for us.
I do.
You do it so we know what's good to eat in the Kansas City area. And so you went to someplace good for lunch that you're going to talk about, or just...
Well, yeah, actually, we had some lunch catered in from a little Mexican place that's right near 12th and Main downtown, and so I'm going to look up the name of it. I actually don't have it off the top of my head. All I know is I'm still miserable because the food was...
What kind of food?
It was Mexican, and so they do catering, but you can eat in, and they just brought us over chicken stuffed tacos and beef stuffed tacos, and nachos and chips, and oh my gosh, their guacamole. So, there's a lot of guacamole wars around town when it comes to Mexican food, and their guacamole was fantastic. So
You gotta have the guacamole.
Yeah, do you like guacamole?
I don't like it that much, but my wife loves it. I mean, Forget about it. Guacamole on toast for breakfast. I mean, that's how much she loves it.
Yeah, avocado on toast.
That's right.
That is a huge food trend right now.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a menu anymore, that like a brunch menu that doesn't have avocado on toast.
Right.
Yeah, so that's a big thing. And I'll look up and find the name of the place. I think they're kind of new, and so they want to introduce their food to us there at lunch. And I am just stuffed from that. I couldn't even think about dinner tonight. So
that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. But you got to think about food and tell us what you have for us this week on what we should know about. Now, you know what's a fun thing to do? Sure, you're listening to the program. You're having a great time. You can give us a call if you want. But also, to make it even more fun, you go over to the Amy's Appetite KC page on Facebook, and you can kind of see some of the photos that Amy has up there with the good food and everything. And it kind of gives you a preview about what we're going to be talking about, and we'd love your participation as well. So I see on here, well, first of all, I'm not going to fall for it this time. Happy Butterscotch Day.
Oh, you did your own research.
Yay.
So National Butterscotch Pudding Day.
Oh, pudding. I thought it was just butterscotch.
No, it's National Butterscotch Pudding Day. So can you just tell me the last time you ate butterscotch pudding?
No. I mean, I've had it before, but it's certainly, it's okay, but it's certainly...
I feel like when I was a kid, maybe my mom made it.
It seems like a very much of a almost elderly person.
It's pretty like way back old school. I mean, I'm like, do they even sell that in the grocery store anymore? Can you get it? I kind of vaguely remember eating a butterscotch pie at some point, but just the thought of it.
Put the shell and the pudding in there.
Right, because I think that only way I would ever make a pie is if it's the recipe on the back of the back of the pudding box.
So that's not as exciting as the chocolate milkshake day.
It's also not as exciting as the fact that yesterday was National Cheeseburger Day.
Oh my goodness! Now, did you celebrate it all?
I didn't eat a cheeseburger yesterday.
No.
But yeah, that was even better. But here's a fun one. Are you ready for this? Tomorrow, everybody get your party on.
Tomorrow is Wednesday. September 20th.
Wednesday, September 20th. Hope everybody's planning on happy hour because it's National Rum Punch Day.
Rum Punch Day.
I know. So,
Wow.
woohoo. I know. Good excuse to, right? Everybody's got a happy hour now because it's National Rum Punch Day and we don't want to miss out on that.
Wow. I don't know if I've ever had rum punch in a non-tropical location.
Right. The only places, I've ever had it, to be honest with you, because I've never been to a tropical location, is at the Lake of the Ozarks.
That's
kind of a big thing there.
I guess it's tropical enough.
But still, it's that lake, water, sun, party feel.
Right.
I think it's really odd that National Rum Punch Day is in the fall, but then that's being pretty ethnocentric because it might not have been derived out of an American tradition. I mean, probably Jamaica, I'm guessing.
I would think so.
So that's
Now, rum is very much of a Caribbean,
right.
Cuba, Caribbean islands, Puerto Rico. You mentioned,
Yeah.
and
the Virgin Islands, I think it's kind of a thing there too.
And I wonder if they're having what's it called, Rum Punch Day,
Rum Punch.
because that hurricane Maria is coming through there tomorrow.
I know.
It's hit some of the islands. My friend Chris, is on his honeymoon in the Dominican Republic. He is there stuck.
Oh
unable to
my
leave.
gosh, are they safe though?
He claims he's safe. I've had text. So what is my hope? It's a honeymoon, and maybe they're just kind of together
They're
drinking
getting
rum punch.
a lot of alone time,
Right,
probably.
and drinking rum punch.
Yeah.
And enjoying Rum Punch Day.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, here's to Chris Whiting and his new bride, and hopefully they're enjoying Rum Punch Day in the worst possible way.
Right. In the home of Rum Punch area during a hurricane.
Yeah.
Plus, there's a great drink called a Hurricane too, so maybe they're having one of those.
I don't know. People might do that. Start taking taking hurricanes off the menu. It might not be politically correct anymore because it's destroyed a lot of lives.
Right.
Well, hopefully they're enjoying some drinkable hurricanes and some rum punches.
So hope we had a good cheeseburger day. We hope you have a great butterscotch pudding day and a wonderful rum punch day.
Yeah,
Anything else this week? Do we know of? How do you know? Well, I'm not going to even ask you how. I'm going to keep finding it myself to see if we're on the same page. Be a fun little game at the beginning if it's the same day. Because every day is some day, right?
I know. Well, and every month some kind of special month too. So I'm still, and I guess it wouldn't take me long to do some research to find out. But I just want to know how these days make a list. I mean, like I have a lot of food ideas that I might want as a national day on a list, and I just want to know how to make that happen.
Well, either Congress passes it as a non-important thing, just a resolution, or the president says it, or a governor says it, or a mayor decrees it. But we can do that. We can just say this according to Amy's Appetite KC, it is barbecue day. I don't know if that's the one.
I don't either. I just picked up all kinds of interesting different types of cuts of pork that most people don't eat. No, I'm talking about the liver and the tongue and the...
Ooh.
Right? So I'm going to find some interesting ways to cook those at home. But, why isn't there a National Pork Jowl Day or a... See?
I say we just declare it.
I just don't.
I mean, come on.
I'm with you.
You're kind of the leader of the food movement, so that's good. Now, you want to talk about barbecue today.
Yeah.
And as I saw that, I thought, okay, this is a restaurant that has notoriety nationwide. People know how good this place is. I've never actually been there before.
What is wrong with
Because I'm more of a traditionalist, so I got to tell you, when I think about these newer barbecue restaurants like the one you're going to talk about, I got my nose in the air a little bit. I'm like, this isn't Arthur Bryant's.
Right.
This isn't the old Gates. And so I'm an old school barbecue guy. And so I'm, we're positive here, but I want to know some info about this.
Right. And Paul, I have to tell you, in a lot of ways, I'm on the same page as you. To this day, if anybody says, what's your favorite barbecue in Kansas City? My mind immediately still goes to the sort of old school Arthur Bryant's Gates debate, right?
Yeah.
Because there was a time when somebody asked you that, they were specifically asking you to say
one of those two.
It's just kind of like MUKU, which one are you?
Right.
And so I'm an Arthur Bryant's. That's me
too.
all
Me
the
too.
way.
Me too.
And the way they cook the meat, the sauce, everything. I like it from beginning to end.
I like the meat and the sauce combination of that.
And the brown paper.
and the experience,
Yeah,
and just
everything.
the tradition of going there when I was a little kid with my grandfather even. And then that's a place that me and my brothers would go to celebrate a birthday or whatever. So it's the thing. But I also find that I do not go out very much for barbecue.
Right.
It's not like if I'm going to go out, it's going to be for Italian or some other type of fare. But barbecue really isn't it. But maybe I'll have to change my mind when I learn more about what you're going to talk about this week.
Right. Well, and I just to preface, when we did I think it was actually our first show, we somehow got on the topic of barbecue, and I had made a comment, something to the effect of, well, I think in Kansas City we take barbecue for granted, and maybe we don't eat it as
could
much.
be true.
I'm just going to tell you, a few people that listen to our show attacked me about that.
Oh, really?
They said, how could you say that? Kansas Cityans love barbecue. I eat barbecue out all the time. And so maybe I'm in the minority.
Yeah.
I because I'm like you. I don't eat barbecue out that often, or it's not the first thing I think of, I guess. Though I do appreciate it when I do, and when I have out of town guests, it's the first, it's the go to. Got to go have barbecue when you got guests from out of town, kind of thing. But yeah, you're right. I just didn't. I don't go out for barbecue all that often.
But
either.
you did this week, so tell us about that.
So this week, and this was not my first visit to this restaurant, but it was my second. And I went to Q39, and any Kansas Cityan in town right now has heard of Q39 because there has not been a barbecue restaurant in Kansas City that is post Gates and Arthur Bryant's, except for Jack Stack, that people have talked about this much.
That's right.
And so, and I'm telling you, I don't compare it to Gates and to Arthur Bryant's. It is its own thing. But I am telling you, I think they put crack or something in their barbecues, in their meat, in their barbecue sauce. It's absolutely addictive. So this time, and if you're listening in there and you're on the Facebook page, you can see just the quick photos that I snapped. Honestly, if you look through my photos, you'll see that I'm typically taking a little more care and concern when I'm taking pictures. This time I was like, snap, 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 let's eat. Like, I'm ready. Let's get this done. And not because we had to wait a long time, because the service there is impeccable. That right there.
Well, let's take a step back. What did you end up getting?
So for appetizer, we got the smoked wings. They are a house favorite.
Chicken wings, right?
Yeah, but I will say this: my favorite appetizer in the menu is smoked grilled pork belly, and I'm a big fan of pork belly. And
is it?
And there, I don't. So here's the thing: I don't have a picture. I didn't eat it this time, because it is. I was eating with someone else. Wasn't eating alone, Paul.
Wow!
I was
Congratulations.
sharing my meal with another human.
Wow.
So, anyways, but I was eating with someone else. We were sharing an appetizer, and pork belly isn't for everyone because it's pretty fatty, and a lot of people don't like that. And I'm one of those that the more fat on my meat, the better, and I eat it all. So, so I didn't get the smoked and grilled pork belly, but if that's your thing, it is, like I said, like exactly what it says it is it's pork belly, and it's smoked and it's grilled, and it's served with white beans, and these white beans are just delicious. I guess they must be smoked too, because they're so good. And then it has the onion straws, which are like the little crispy fried onion straws on it, and there is no picture, but you can go to the Q39KC.com website and see all the photos you want of whatever different things that they have on their menu. But
so you got the chicken, the wings for appetizer,
right? We got the wings for an appetizer, and I mean,
what's
I don't
the
know.
sauce like there? Well, maybe it's different on different things. What was the chicken? Is it like a glaze sweet, or is it
right? It's like, I would call it sweet and tangy, with a little bit of a kick. I mean, it's got a little, just enough spicy kick to it, to not offend anyone who doesn't like spice, but for those of us that do, that to kind of give us a little bit something extra. And they do have different sauces, I think, but there were no. I thought it was interesting. There were no extra sauces on our table. We were not offered different varieties of sauces, and quite frankly, I was happy enough with the sauce that I was given that I didn't feel the need to ask for any other sauce.
One of their philosophies or something, where they don't want to add two more what the chef has determined is the best amount.
Well, that could be. I mean, since they sell it by the bottle, they have like a whole wall of bottles of barbecue sauce that you can purchase and take home with you. So, but I don't know. I was perfectly happy with the sauce, and I'm pretty picky with my sauce. I don't like real sweet sauce, so I'm always appreciative at most places when they have different options, and particularly if they have a spice. I'm going to go more with a tangy, spicy sauce myself than I am with a sweet sauce. So, but this was
you're
good.
with one other person. What else? What did you get for your main?
I had for the main, yeah. So I had this. It's a burger with burnt ends on it.
Oh, okay.
So
like
it's a hamburger, like a smoked hamburger with burnt ends on it, and it was to die for. That the beef patty itself was just juicy and delicious. The burnt ends, you couldn't go wrong with them.
Same sauce that was on it before?
Same sauce, but the meat had crispy edges on it, and it was juicy. It wasn't dry. I think the one I'm looking at here, I'm looking at photos, and for folks out there, if you want to follow along with pictures, you can look at the Facebook page. But that might have been the pulled pork too. So one of the sandwiches was. So
someone else was eating. They got the pulled pork sandwich,
right?
You got the burger sandwich,
right? Hogs. I'm just kind of perusing through their menu here, trying to find the exact one that I ordered. But
what's their bread like? It looks more than
it's
like it's
fresh baked, like artisan bread, but it's really soft. Mm-hmm. So, and it's not, it's not so thick that you lose the flavor of the meat because you're just got all this bread. Yeah, because a lot of times if I order a barbecue sandwich, I'll take the bun off and just eat it with a fork. I actually ate it like a sandwich, which is pretty unlike me. So I must not have been offended at all by the bread.
You have to have the barbecue to bread ratio perfectly. Now on the side there, it looks like coleslaw. Is that the standard side?
Right.
There?
So they have two different kinds of coleslaw. So we each got a different kind of coleslaw. They have an apple slaw, and I was gonna just check out their descriptions here on their website. So the apple coleslaw's it's just a coleslaw made with apples with a creamy dressing, green onions, and then
now is that sweet or is it?
Not really. It's
tart?
actually a little bit tart, and I'm not seeing the other coleslaw on their menu. The other thing that we had there.
I'm not really a big fan of coleslaw. It has to be done pretty right. But apple sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Sounds like it'd be something that would.
It was very refreshing. It was very refreshing, and it was a little bit tart, and that was really great because it really cut through the richness of all the barbecue, itself, and then the French fries and that kind of thing. So. And
so you got French fries as well. Does that come with the?
Yeah, that's a side that you can get as well. And so we had the French fries. I don't know. I always think you got to have French fries when you have barbecue.
What are the fries like?
They were great, crispy on the outside, soft on the inside. Really good seasoning. Kind of just they were delicious. Yeah, not soggy, not greasy. So. They were absolutely, they were fantastic too, and just had a great flavor and really complemented the sandwich really well. So
Q39 is, it's been on the Food Network. It is really it's got a lot of recognition, and not only here in Kansas City, but really everywhere in the country. But so that always makes me wonder, what's the atmosphere like? Is it too crowded to get in? Is it?
Well, one of the things that I like about Q39 because, and I don't know if they, clearly they figured out that they are one of the most popular restaurants in Kansas City at the moment. Yeah. So you can reserve tables there. So I would recommend both times that I've been. Once was during lunch, and then this one was at dinner time. There's a wait. There's a long wait. So since online reservations or call-in reservations are available, I would highly recommend that you do that and. So you don't have to just, have to wait. They have a huge, the restaurant's it's not small. They got a big dining area. They've got outdoor dining area. I know that I think they're expanding now. And of course they've opened a second restaurant out in, Overland Park, I believe, out in Johnson County. They've got a second location. So I'm sure some of that helps defray the long wait or whatever. But, if I hadn't made reservations, and I had to go stand there and wait for barbecue.
Would you have had to wait?
if we wouldn't have had reservations, we would have had to wait. Yeah. For
So
sure. And we were there.
Well, that's good. They take reservations.
We were there at like 6:00 on whatever day we were there. That's dinner time, and we would have had to. And like I said, the other time I went, it was during a lunchtime situation, and we did have to wait a little bit. So if you're going to go for lunch, and assuming they do lunch reservations, if not, I'd say get the early start on, jump on lunch. But I think, from folks I've talked to and what I could see when I'm there, I think they're pretty busy all the time. They're busy all the time, but they move very quickly. Our service was impeccable. The server clearly knew the menu inside out, upside down. And he was bouncing around between several tables, but we never felt like we had been forgotten. They've got a great bar area in there. So, if you'd rather eat at the bar and have a drink, there's plenty of space to do that. It looked like that was a choice that a lot of people were making, was to just sit at the bar and eat. So you can do that. But
so since it is so popular and well known and hard to get in sometimes, what's the prices like there?
Well, that's what's surprising to me is the prices are very reasonable. I mean, a sandwich is like $12, an appetizer $7 to $10.
That's not bad for good barbecue,
especially the quality of the food that it is. I mean, no, I think that the food is very reasonably priced, because I think with the popularity that they have achieved in, quite frankly, such a short period of time, I think they could charge more, and people would. Right. I think people would pay it, but they've kept it where it's at a price point that's pretty workable for most people. And my sandwich was huge. I ate half of it and took the other half home. I don't, maybe don't eat as much as a grown man or whatever, but still, it was a full. I mean, it's a nice size sandwich. It's pretty, and you can see that in the photographs. I mean, they're not chincing you. They're giving you your money's worth for sure.
All right, so Q39, pretty good. Anything else that we're missing from that we need to know about?
I mean, all I would say is that the owner of that restaurant is a chef-trained owner. I think you can see that in the food, but it's not so chefy that you lose the true barbecue feel. So if you haven't given Q39 a try, I think you don't wait. Make it a stop this weekend. Get out there and give it a try. It's fantastic. So
and the way I think about it, I've never been there, but I've heard so many good things about it, and now you've convinced me to try it out. Plus, it's so well known. Everybody in Kansas City should try it out. It's leading the way for us.
Here's the thing is, and this is one of the missions and points of this show. It's locally owned and operated.
Yes.
We've got a few barbecue chains that are in or have come to Kansas City that are corporate owned. And I'm sure their food is great. I haven't patronized them yet, but why would you do that when we have so many fantastic locally owned and operated barbecue restaurants around Kansas City? And this one in particular is 100% worth a stop.
And I don't know the history of Q39, but I know like Plowboys and some other places. I'm not remembering the one that's over there on Southwest Boulevard. Edwards?
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
A lot of these have started because of our tradition of barbecue. The American Royal Barbecue Contest, and guys got together and did this, and then created a business, and it's all very Kansas City-ish. You're not going to find anything this good anywhere else when it comes to this type of food,
right?
And so everyone should realize that it's good. And I don't know, did you have a chance to go to the barbecue contest this year?
I didn't. No, I didn't get to get over there.
Many of us are just disappointed. It's they moved the weekend. And they moved to Kansas, which isn't that bad. That's part of our metro area. But a lot of us didn't go to that. So I think everyone should go to the Fire and Ice Barbecue Contest over there at the Independence Events Center. I think it's called Silverstein Center.
The Silverstein Ice Center,
yes,
right off of I-70. It's right there just on the south side of I-70. If you travel up and down I-70, you can't miss it.
So that's October 5th and 6th. And what I loved about the contest going there is it has a feel of the old American Royal, where it was not these big corporate teams that are out there having a gigantic party. It's a bunch of friends who love to barbecue, and they're making barbecue, and they're competing in it. And it's a lot of fun, too. The parties will be there. Smokin' G and the crew will have their tent, and there's always a party with those guys. And I don't know if you know this or not, but mark the words. Are you ready for this
ready.
announcement? I don't know if everyone is ready or not, but they better get ready because it's a big announcement.
Wow.
Smokin' Gene and the crew's dessert, Paul's Carrot Cake, will win the best dessert. Mark my words. You got that? You got that? I'm pointing at that camera right there. Oh, wait. I'm not even on the camera. You are. Got that. So you're excited about this,
I am
aren't you?
very excited. I didn't know you were doing that, so that is fantastic.
Yeah.
I do think that your carrot cake will win, though. So
I will. Yeah,
it will win. So
it will win, and if nothing else, we know that it will be a good event. And thanks for highlighting barbecue.
Well, real quick before we get off the barbecue thing, I got to say this one thing is that so my oldest son is doing some work in southern Texas right now, and he's been there for a few weeks. Yeah, he's been there a few weeks, and he's going to be there a few weeks longer. And I got a call from him about a week ago, and he said, "Mom, please send me some Gates barbecue sauce." He said, "I'm getting used to the way they do barbecue, but I cannot get down with the sauce." So he has a birthday coming up this weekend, and I put together a Kansas City care package for him. One of the things in that care package was a big bottle of Gates spicy barbecue sauce. So
what else? What else for Kansas City care package?
Well, so I got him a Kareem Hunt football jersey.
Okay.
That's the new guy. And then I got him, so his favorite beer is from Boulevard Brew, and it's the Tank 7. Mm-hmm. So I got him a big bottle of Tank 7. So I sent all that his way. So hopefully that'll help get him through.
Tech 9 CD, anything like that? He probably has.
Well, he can probably just download that. Yeah.
So
those are just a few things that I put together to get to him. So send him a little bit of Kansas City love his way.
He will be the hero. I mean, he's down there with fixing hurricane stuff, right?
Right, yeah.
So
he's helping people recoup some of their money from their damage to the property.
That's great, but the real hero will be when he has that sauce.
I know.
You know what I mean?
He gets to introduce that to some folks.
And people will love it. So, thanks for bringing up barbecue. We're going to take a short break, and then we'll be back with more deliciousness. You'll just tell us when we get back. I want to know now, but we'll take a break. Okay? Amy's Appetite KC. The broadcast that tells you about all the great restaurants in Kansas City. You can give us a call at 913-735-0060, KCTK Radio.
Okay, Simon, what are you wearing right now?
Nothing.
That's right. And what do people normally wear?
Clothes.
Exactly. So now Mommy's going to teach you how to dress yourself. Clothes keep us warm, they look good, and if we go out without them, the neighbors will talk. So it's important to know how to get dressed. Here's how it's done. Underwear always comes first, name tag at the back, then pants, then shirt. Get the first button in the right hole, or you have to start all over. If you're wearing a tie, it goes over, round, through, and pull tight. Tuck your shirt into your pants and zip up your fly. Socks going first, then shoes right on right, left on left. With shoelaces, just take the ends, cross them over, switch the loops. The rabbit goes down the hole, pull tight, and you're left with bunny ears.
I love bunnies.
Good to know. Now remember, spots don't go with stripes, socks don't go with sandals, and if you've tucked in your shirt, wear a belt. Got it? Why are your pants on your head?
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But spending just 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier and could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. For fun 2-minute videos to watch while brushing, visit 2min2x.org. That's 2min2x.org. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
And just real quick, I want to remind you about our friends at Poppy's Ice Cream downtown Lee Summit. Fresh local ice cream made in-house. Man, that sounds good, doesn't it? I mean, you can have flavors like lemon cookie, toasted marshmallow, and more. That sounds great. I'd like to have, I like to go into ice cream shop and I like to say, may I have more? And they're like, absolutely. If you don't even want ice cream, you can have sorbets. You can have chips at Chocolate Factor as well. And they'll even come out to your event in the ice cream truck, and you can cater your fun event. You can have delicious ice cream made from Poppy's Ice Cream and Coffee House. Right there in downtown Lee Summit. We love talking about them, and we're going to keep doing it. Poppy's Ice Cream.
Thursday night and you're grabbing drinks with some friends. Start it off with a pitcher for the table, which quickly becomes 2. There's pool. And there's the photo booth.
All right, everybody squeeze in. Say cheese.
Followed naturally by an order of wings. And another.
Can we get some extra ranch sauce?
Then there's the ceremonial nightcap.
So what are we doing this weekend?
And lastly, it's back to the car, which, if you're buzzed, could be the most expensive night of your life. Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Oh, little delay there, but it's okay. You know that it's Amy's Appetite KC, the broadcast that talks about delicious food in the Kansas City area. You know, we talked about Q39 BBQ, and sure, you can hear about this stuff on the Food Network or wherever they want to go there, but we know about Kansas City, and we're glad to say that we love, we're excited about Q39 and everything they have. They fit right in with the tradition of barbecue. So there, take that, Amy.
I got that. Hey, you know what? I have to mention something because we were talking about what National Food Days were coming up, and a while back you taught me something that I did not know.
Oh.
What is the official food of the state of Missouri?
The official dessert, you mean?
The official dessert.
Yeah,
okay, so let me get it right. The official dessert of the state of Missouri is
the ice cream cone.
September 22nd, National Ice Cream Cone Day.
Yay!
Yay.
Well, that's coming up soon too.
So that's
When's
that. Yeah, so that's the 22nd. That would be Friday?
Is that Friday?
Well, tomorrow's the 20th.
Yeah.
Thursday.
Yes.
So Friday is National Ice Cream Cone Day. So just to piggyback off of our favorite sponsor that you just gave a wonderful little shout out to there.
I love them.
Yeah. Don't forget on Friday to get over to Poppy's Ice Cream in Lee Summit and get your ice cream, but don't get it in a cup. Get it in a cone.
In a cone. And
that's
it's
super Missourian.
It is the official dessert of Missouri because it was the World's Fair in Chicago. Not in Chicago. Come on, Paul. In St. Louis, 1908, where they began serving ice cream cones. So that's why that is. You ooey gooey butter cake people. Sorry, this is it. So we're all going to celebrate with the best, the absolute best ice cream Kansas City at Poppy's Ice Cream. We'll do that Friday.
Yeah. Looking forward to it. Now I'm super excited. I'm ready for Friday to get here.
So what other great stuff do you have to tell us about?
So, have you ever eaten at Johnny C's?
Johnny C's.
So, Johnny C's is an Italian sandwich shop over off of Front Street, like Universal Avenue, like in the most hidden place possible.
I have eaten there before.
You won't know it's there unless you know it's there.
I think they used to have a location, I could be wrong, over on Berry Road as well. Berry Road and 435.
So, Johnny C's has been around Kansas City forever and ever and ever. Mm-hmm. And because I happen to office at a location off of Front Street off and on for the last 8 years, I'm very familiar with it because I don't know who's visited Front Street recently, but not the food mecca of Kansas City. We've just recently lost one of 2 fast food restaurants we had left, which was Subway, now gone. So now we're stuck with McDonald's and Denny's. Mm-hmm. But we do have Johnny C's. And so we eat at Johnny C's, and it's a great place to get Italian sandwiches. I like their Italian deli salad that has like the pickled cauliflower and olives and all of that kind of thing in it. Well, so I haven't eaten at Johnny C's recently to talk specifically about a recent experience. But I had to go to a meeting downtown today, and wouldn't you know, right there on the corner of 5th and Main, Johnny C's.
Really?
They have just opened downtown. I had no idea, but yes, I saw the logo right on the glass window, and a friend of mine who works down there, I said, is that Johnny C's, like the Johnny C's?
Wait, let's back this up a bit.
Yeah.
Where is it again?
On the corner of 5th and Main.
Okay, so I walk down every day, I guess I go up. I don't go to 5th. That's in the city market, right?
No. So I'll give you the address. Well, the 5th is in the city market, but hold on. Let me look back at the address because just a second. Let me tell you this.
Now, isn't Johnny C's? Aren't they with the Cascones as well? I think.
Oh, I don't know.
I shouldn't say things like that. 'Cause I don't know. But
Yeah.
boy, check out them at Johnny C's Deli Pasta on Facebook, and they have some delicious Italian food.
Right. There's their 7012 Universal Avenue. That's the spot that I'm most familiar with. And then they just opened their new location downtown, and I just found the address. You think you're going to just do some research while you're on the air, and then it doesn't work out for you sometimes. Because I just had the new address pulled up. Well, anyways.
There we go.
Did you find it?
11th, 1111 Main. So it's 11th of Main. You were
Right.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, I'm looking at an address that says 1113 North 5th Street, Kansas City. Closed now. I don't know.
You know what that is.
But you're
that's Cascones. That's
same owner. Okay.
Yeah, that's the place. That's right there. That great right there in the River Market. So I bet you they are related. Like I guessed that.
You are good
wow,
because
look at that.
I did not know that. Well, anyway, if you work downtown or whatnot and you want some great Italian fare, particularly if you just like Italian sub sandwiches, and they've got all kinds of things, their sandwiches are absolutely delicious. So I just like to mention
What building are they in? Are they in that?
Well, you know where the bridge is? That little walkway that goes
Yes.
over. It's right underneath of it.
Okay, so it's in.
What
it's
was
in
there?
The town pavilion.
I bet you can enter it from inside the town pavilion.
Yeah, in the town pavilion.
Mm-hmm.
And you go, and there's a Planet Sub. If you go,
There's a juicery
continue to go
now
south, juicery, and then Plowboys all in that block.
Yeah,
in that building.
Yeah, so it's
Now
it's on the opposite corner of Plowboys.
Yes,
right?
yeah. So that I'm definitely going to check that out.
What was that space before? That's what's driving me crazy. Is I can't figure out what was in
Maybe
there.
it's a new space for a new. Yeah, that's wonderful. I'm glad.
So
yeah,
loving that one more locally owned business took a space like that in a prime location, and we didn't see another corporate chain come in there. So yeah, now and because that is so walking distance for you from your office,
I don't even have to go outside. You just
Right.
go through the
Oh, that's right. For you, you
all
don't
the
have
inside areas, and it's a lot of people don't know that about downtown. You can walk inside for blocks and blocks.
Yeah, I learned that a few years ago when I used to work down. I didn't really ever do it, but I
Yeah.
knew that it was possible to do that. And there's a lot of little eatery places in and around there that I don't think people realize are there.
Okay,
So
Johnny C's Deli and Pasta, 11th and Main. Everyone check it out.
yeah,
I will check it out and give you a full report.
I was going to say, hopefully between now and next Tuesday, you might be able to find time
I
to
will-
stop in there for lunch.
I'll do it. I'll do it for the show. I'll do it for the folks.
I'll be excited to hear about it. So
I wanted to mention my food adventure in Columbia, Missouri, and it's not a long story, but there's a place that I don't know if a lot of people even are familiar with in Columbia called Billiards Burgers, and it is a pool hall right there on it's about 5th and Broadway, and it has the absolute best hamburgers that you can get, and they have hand-cut French fries along with that. You can get the double burger with cheese. You can get one with an egg on it. They have all those different type of things. They even have a black bean burger for those of us who are with our vegan friends that we were with this weekend. Our daughter, and there it's just delicious. I like to bring it out, and I know we try to stay very positive on this program, but Columbia is known for a place called Booch's. Have you been to Booch's?
No. I compared
Have you heard
to
of that?
I've heard of it, but
Yeah.
compared to most people from Kansas City, I've been to Columbia like 3 or 4 times in my life.
Well,
So.
I've been down there a lot more because my daughters went to college
Is
there.
that Booch's like
Booch's,
Butchh,
yes.
like Butch's but pronounced Booch's?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
So my oldest daughter went to MU, and then my youngest still goes there, and all of my money goes there. So I might as well
Patronize.
go visit it. But Booch's is known as really good burgers. I've been there once. They're a little different because they're kind of old school. They give you the burger on a piece of paper, like almost like a old,
Newspaper or the brown packing paper?
almost like a brown paper towel type thing,
Okay.
and then potato chips in a bag. So they're old school there. You can't even use your debit card there. You have to have cash. People rave about it. But I guess I'm bringing out billiards. I think it's better. You have more choices, and it's just a better atmosphere. So, again, I'm not being negative to the other place, but I'm just saying if you're going to Columbia, do yourself a favor and go to Billiards Burgers because it is so good. And we sat in there and watched the game. It wasn't too crowded. It was just a good experience. And then we went across the street to and this really isn't a food thing. This shows how pedestrian my taste can be. Trops. Have you heard of Trop before? It's called tropical drink.
Is it like a slushy?
It's
like
a slushy.
frozen?
It's a slushy with booze in it.
So in Las Vegas, and they just have rows and rows of them that come out of spouts, just frozen drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So-
then the other place to check out in Columbia is a place called, again, maybe in the same type of category. Everyone knows about Shakespeare's Pizza. It's delicious. But we went to Gumby's Pizza. Their mascot is that little green guy, Gumby, and his friend Pokey. And so we got the meat lovers pizza. It was great. Cheese on top type pizza.
Thick crust, thin crust.
Thick crust, cheese on top with all the meat underneath it.
So more like Chicago style.
Not
Chicago?
Not really. More
Not
of
that
a
deep dish.
Yeah, not deep dish, but just kind of maybe a hand toss type, thicker
Okay.
type bread. And then if you happen to be with a vegan, you get yourself some pokey sticks, which is just basically like a cheese pizza to me, but they're the rave as well. They have a thing called the Stoner's Delight or something like that with hot dogs and French fries and a whole bunch of stuff.
Like
on
all mashed up together.
all mashed up together, and they seem to enjoy it down there.
It's funny that you say that was called the Stoner's Delight because I pulled up the menu for the Billiards Burger Place, and they have some entertaining burgers. They're specialty burgers: the Roomy, the Love Story.
Yeah.
You can get the fries in, I guess, a regular size, or you can get the About Died fries.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of fun. I think that's probably one of the sort of cool things about having a restaurant in a college town is you can kind of throw out some really crazy names and make the menu a little more entertaining. So
And there's a great restaurant down there called Teller's, a place called Room 38. They have some really good restaurants in Columbia.
we have
So
a
if you're
Room
over there-
39. Are they related?
Yeah, one more than the other one, I think. I'm not sure.
I know. Well, actually, Paul, the fact of the matter is that I am going to Columbia in 2 weeks.
Okay.
So now I have some suggestions. So I won't be there long enough to check out all these places, but I'm going to have to pick one and come back and tell you my thoughts on it. So I'll pick one of the places that you went and that you mentioned, and I'll give it a go while I'm in town.
I mean, that would be kind of a fun competition to see if Columbia or Lawrence has the best food. I know Lawrence has some good stuff as well, so I have to check that out.
Oh, we could do an MUKU sort of Lawrence Columbia food off.
Right.
That would really be fun because at the end of the day, in terms of like just day trips, I mean, we still consider both Lawrence and Columbia part of our Kansas City family. We really do.
You're right, and if you're going to go there to see a game, see your college kid down there, you might as well have some good food while you're doing it.
That's right. That's right.
So what else?
So, just one of the things I was thinking about is that, so we're getting into fall. So there's going to be a lot of Oktoberfests. Mm-hmm. I know that Westport is having their Oktoberfest, not this coming weekend, but the following weekend. So give yourself some time to get that on your calendar. And I love Oktoberfests. I don't know, the sights and the sounds and the smells, I don't know. It's a very fall thing. There's pumpkins everywhere, and there's usually bratwurst and beer and all of that kind of thing. So, but I did notice that Westport has their Oktoberfest coming up. I believe Lee Summit's Oktoberfest is this weekend.
Oh, I didn't
So
even
let
know
me.
that
Well,
they
it's not.
have.
Maybe. Yeah. Lee Summit has an Oktoberfest.
But it's not October yet. Lee
No,
Summit.
it's not. And
How dare you?
Let me make sure that I'm not wrong about that. But yeah, so Lee Summit has an Oktoberfest coming up, and then the other thing is, gotta love the farmers markets in the fall.
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
So we have a lot of little farmers markets around Kansas City. Lee Summit has their own. Blue Springs has a little one. I mean, I'm thinking most suburbs have them now. So all you need to do is get online and look for them. But we have two really great ones that I'm super fans of, and that is the
Let me guess. Overland Park.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Overland Park, you go to there's live music. I don't know the atmosphere and it's right there in that old downtown Overland Park area where you've got all the little shops and restaurants anyway. And so for folks if you haven't done a farmer's market because in your mind you can't wrap your brain around what that is or what that looks like. I mean, you find all kinds of artisan foods, and then you can get your fruits and vegetables that are locally grown. So most of the farmers markets, one of the rules is you have to be a local farmer.
Right,
so
right.
it's not food that's shipped in from somewhere else.
Right.
So if you some of that's going to be changing here. We're coming into fall, and you're going to have more of your squashes, your pumpkins, things like that. But if you're looking for something to do and you haven't checked out, what's the other one that
I'm going to say just the Kansas City
River Market.
Yeah.
The Kansas City River Market.
Right.
So if you go down there for lunch during the week, but you haven't been there on a market day, you're really missing out.
Right.
I mean, it's quite an experience to go down on a market day.
I have just such great memories of that as my grandfather would take me down there. His father was a fruit and vegetable huckster down there. So, I mean, that's where the city started.
Right.
And the idea of the market there has been around forever. It's gone through its ups and downs. Like the 70s, it wasn't so great to go there. But you go there now, and you not only have the great restaurants around, but you have the fun atmosphere. You have great products there. Great, obviously, the fruits and vegetables there. But they have really kind of a unique little coffee shop that's unique. Italian store where you can get some very specific things for Italian food. They have a great Indian restaurant. You told me about that,
they
right?
have a great and they have a great Indian market.
Indian market, yes.
So they have a spice shop and they have actually 3 or 4 little very ethnic specific markets down there. So if you're looking for something different or interesting, you can probably find it there.
Now my wife likes to go down there and shop the spices, and so there's just a row of different spices you can try. You can mix and match, and she'll buy a whole bunch of them for her cooking for.
Right.
For months.
I buy all my spices there. You can't beat the price. I mean, the price is incredible. And you're literally, they're bagging them up for you right there as you need them. And so
really the best thing to do is if there was another spice shop out this way, but that's, we'll go there in the meantime, right?
Yeah. I think there might be. I think there might be someday soon.
Okay. Because that's where I would end up going. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
The other thing is they have, a guy has a cheese spread. I can't remember
the pimento cheese guy,
yeah.
right?
So we go there, and my wife and my daughters will beeline it to the pimento cheese guy immediately because that's what it's all about when it comes to the river market.
Your wife turned me on to the pimento cheese guy, and I don't go to the market anymore without going and getting the pimento cheese myself. It is the best pimento cheese in the world, and you can always count on him being there. So, that's the thing is once you kind of become a little bit of I live about as far east in Kansas City as you can go, right, without being in farmland,
right?
And I still make regular trips to the city market, and so I've raised my kids going there. So there's the honey guy, and there's the gal that sells this jalapeno pepper jelly that I just absolutely love, and then there's the pimento guy, and there's the kettle corn guy, and or gal, I shouldn't know, whatever. But you get used to those products, and all those products are locally made. They come from products that are locally grown, and but don't miss these amazing, cool fall days without getting out to one of our local farmers markets.
You are absolutely right. The fall's the best time to do it.
I think spring and fall. You're getting all your fresh vegetables in the middle of the summer. But I can tell you that when I'm going to the farmers market in the summer to get my vegetables, I'm in there. I'm getting the vegetables that I want, and I'm out the door because it's so hot. It's hot. But the fall is a fantastic time. Grab yourself a cup of hot coffee. And you go into the beignet store and have some beignets and some hot coffee. And
I'm glad you brought up coffee because I wanted to bring that up. We need to do, and I want everyone that listens to help us with it. We need to do a coffee episode. There are so many. I mean, I love coffee. I love Starbucks coffee, but there's so many local coffee shops around now that we need to just talk about that. And maybe I'll take it upon myself to go to each one, but. Coffee,
not all in one day, I hope.
I probably would though. I mean, that's how much I love coffee.
would be like,
So let's do a coffee. Coffee.
I would
some
love
point.
to.
Yeah.
So yeah, because I'm a big fan of coffee. So I would love to do that.
Okay.
I'm a
We got your
roastery girl
permission.
myself. So
See, okay, yeah, that's something to check out. So we need everyone's help. Go to your favorite coffee shop and tell us about it, and you can do that on the Amy's Appetite KC Facebook page. So anything else we need to know before we wrap it up here?
tell you what, I'm sure there's 100 things we could talk about before we wrap it up. But
we had good stuff. We had barbecue. We talked about some festivals coming up. Go to the farmer's market, and we had a great time. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Put Fire and Ice on your calendar.
Put Fire and Ice. Come out, enjoy some future award-winning carrot cake. So thank you for listening to Amy's Appetite KC. If you have a restaurant that you want us to talk about, need us to talk about, please let us know. Find and follow Amy's Appetite KC on Facebook at Amy's Appetite KC. See you next week, and remember,
food is a journey.
yay!
Your weather
Time for the
forecast.
KCT. How the heck would I know? Just look at the weather app on your smartphone. KCTK Radio, personality-driven radio.